Welcome, Wacky writers, to Mrs. Lepofsky's writing lessons. I plan to teach you many things about writing, and in the first lesson, we will learn about how to write a grocery store list story. We'll be using transition words. In lesson number 2, we will not be writing a grocery store list story because I've added details. We still will be using transition words. In the next lesson, which is lesson number 3, we'll be writing stories the easy way and using just the right size ideas. Writing stories the 4th grade way. In lesson number 4, we'll learn about writing leads. We'll learn about writing excellent endings in lesson number 5. And in lesson number 6, we will learn about organization and practice what we have learned so far. We'll do that again in lesson number 7. So, I ask you, what are transition words? Transition words get you from one place to another in a story. Here are some do's and don'ts about transition words. First, be certain you understand their meanings before you use transition words. Often, there exists a slight but significant difference between two apparently similar words. Also, remember that while transitions describe relationships between ideas, they do not automatically create relationships between ideas for your reader. Use transitions with enough context in a sentence or a paragraph to make the relationship clear. And when you use words like first, second, third, fourth, when we don't know any better, the next few slides of this presentation will give you a word collection to use along with these number transition words. So please read over the list and add some of the best words to your transition word collector. So here are some examples of some sentences. First, the characters in the story A Family Under the Bridge have a moral dilemma. In the same way, the characters in our new story had a similar problem. Here's an improved sentence. The story called A River Ran Wild talks about how we can have control of the environment. For this reason, everyone should take with them what they bring to national parks and never take anything from the park. The next few slides are examples of transitions. And as you can see from this, there's a list of illustration transitions, contrast transitions, addition transitions, time, space, concession, similarity and comparison, emphasis, details, and examples. Here are some consequence or results, summary or suggestion of transition words. Please take a few minutes and write down which words you think are the best words for your word collector. So let's go on to our next phase. So what are details? Close your eyes for a minute and imagine a door. Turn to your neighbor and describe to them, what does your door look like? Let's say every reader wears a pair of invisible glasses that they read through. Maybe the first detail you share with them makes the glasses visible. Add one detail about your door and share it with your neighbor. Maybe the next detail you share makes them fit just a little bit better. Add a detail that helps them turn their knob, like on the TV, when you want to get a clearer picture. Go ahead and tell your neighbor. Maybe the last pair of glasses makes the story more interesting, or gives the story an interesting twist, or helps the reader see through your glasses. These are alien glasses. Now give your story some details with a little extra twist by adding something crazy or fun or daring or exciting about your door. So, what was your door like? My door was a tall castle door by the swamp that had black iron hinges that had an eerie crack as it opened. This is where we want to take our readers every time they read our stories. So how do we do this? Well, we do it by adding details. And more details. And more details. Do you remember home run sentences? That's where you're at home plate, and as you start to write a sentence, you start by talking about who the sentence is about. What did that person or thing or idea do? When did it happen? Where did it happen? And then if you want to hit a home run, you have to go to the dugout questions, which are, why did it happen, or where, or how? So let's practice some sentences real quick. The car sped away. This sentence starts at home plate and makes it to first base. Help it make it around the bases by adding where, when, and hit a home run by adding why or how. The car sped away from the bank in the early morning when they saw a group of police cars race to the parking lot with their lights on. Yes, you've got it. That's a home run. The food in the cafeteria was gross. This sentence starts at home plate and makes it to second base. Help it make it around the bases by adding when, and hit a home run by adding why or how. The food in the cafeteria was gross at lunch today because they were serving chicken nuggets that were pink on the inside and baked French fries on wheat toast. Home run! Emily waved to her pet. The sentence starts at home plate and makes it to first base. Help it make it around the bases by adding where, when, and hit a home run by adding why or how. On Friday, Emily waved to her pets as she left for a road trip to Kentucky and Tennessee with her family in the early morning. Home run! So, Wacky Writers, let's get started writing the fourth grade style.